Hi, everybody. Today we're going to see the basics of the new editor. Before I go into the new editor, I just want to recall how things were before. And you would see the key list on the left-hand side, the workspace with the top to bottom view in the middle, and then on the right-hand side, you would move between tabs to see the content, be it comments or contacts, screenshots, and on the top, you had search. And branching was over here. So it's like, yeah, this was the whole navigation and the whole layout of the editor. We thought that it was very static, and that's one of the things that we really worked into the new editor. So we wanted to make it flexible customization because we found out you like to do things differently, each one of us. So the customization is at the heart of this editor. And when I say that, we have top navigation at the top. So add key if you want to add a key, more prominent place at the top. Also, you have it here in the key list. But the good thing about the key list is that you can make it disappear. So you can hide it if you just want to have a bigger workspace. And this is not just a workspace, rather than we call it continuous workspace because it's continuously running your keys of the project and giving you an opportunity to run through them, add content, and move between them more smoothly. We have language selectors at the top, simpler language selectors, and the flagship feature is the all new multilingual view where you can select one or more languages, even all the languages that you have, and you would get it in the key card. So on the left hand side, you would see the content itself, and then on the right hand side, you would see all the languages. There's a detailed video on the multilingual view, so I would not go into more details, but rather than just focus on the basics of the new editor. So as you click on the key, you get to see the key contacts. Over here, you see the suggestions. Suggestions are also coupled with machine translation. So on the top, you see machine translation and the logo. I've activated Microsoft Translate for my account, so that's why I see this. Over here, I see all the 100% matches. If I hover over them, I get to see for the details. That's pretty great. The language, the status of this suggestion. So for example, it was already reviewed, the project that is coming from, when it was created, when it was reviewed, and so on. So it's pretty amazing in order to see that level of creativity over here. And then we have references, screenshots are there, are being displayed. Jobs, is this key a part of a job, tags, metadata information, and activity. Rather than having this old approach of tabs and so on, we have one continuous contextual side panel where you can run through all the content. And we didn't only stop at that, but we also made it customizable size. So for example, if you want to increase the size of the of your side panel, contextual side panel, you can do that, would work. And yeah, I like to keep it over here as suggested, but it's depending on your screen size. If you're working on a big screen size, you want to squeeze it down. Or if you want to make sure that you have a bigger workspace, both would work in your case. And same goes for the key list. So you can also make it bigger and smaller, depending, or completely hide, as I said. So we have the statuses depicted here with the key list. There are checkboxes. So if you check, batch actions would open, and then you can perform batch actions. There's a dedicated video on batch actions as well. Please make sure to watch that. There's a sorting filter over here. All the sorting filters are available here. Filters are again very simple, taking an overlay on the key list, and you can simply click on it to see the results. Here's a done button, and you get to see all the content of the filter that is applied. How do you know the filter is applied? You would always have one, two, how many you filters have you applied? That would always be there. If there's nothing, then no filter is applied. Here's the view button. You can go into dark mode, of course, the all new dark mode. And then you can also go into horizontal or vertical split, top to bottom or sideways. To each his own. Customizability is truly at the heart of this editor. And then we have single key view as well. So if you want to if you're translating bigger content and so on, this would ideally be your view. And yeah, there's a dedicated video on views as well. Please make sure to watch that. And yeah, that's the basic layout of the whole editor. Let me find out one untranslated key so that I can walk you through that as well. So for example, if I have to translate it, you can see the language placeholder as the language and two suggestions. Press down arrow key to view. So if I press down arrow key, I see these suggestions like from my 100% match or 86% match and machine translation as well. I want to use it, save it, and yeah, it's been done. I also have this effect of if I want to mark this reviewed, I would quickly mark it reviewed. Just hover over it, and yeah, I get to see all the hover buttons. And yeah, so that's basically what you can do. And yeah, let me see if but and the over here it's also very intuitive in terms of if you want to just move between the content or edit or add content. So for example, the key name, you can just simply click on it to add or edit the key name. Same goes with description. So yeah. And then once you have a key selected, we have all these actions available for you. There's a dedicated video on this as well. What you can do, duplicating a key, deleting, save and next. Also, we have made sure that we show you the keyboard shortcut over here so that you can quickly skim through and make sure familiarize yourself and get up to speed. We have search on the top, on the left-hand side, and this is where you can search content. So for example, page 2, yeah, page 2 would give me all the keys with content having page 2. And yeah, that's the basics of the all new editor. Thank you.